The auto industry is a dumpster fire, according to an insider, and Donald Trump claims job numbers fraud. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Kristen Altes titled, Trump Reams Biden-Harris for Deceiving Americans with Fake Jobs Numbers, Killing Our Country. According to the author, former President Trump was apparently just as surprised as economists upon learning of a significant jobs data revision by the Biden administration and cautioned Americans over fiscal fraud in a new interview on Thursday. The author quoted Donald Trump as saying, "They defrauded the people of our country with job numbers. You saw that. 818,000 fake jobs they put in the rolls. They thought they were going to keep those numbers until right after the election, when they could announce a revision. They were fraudulent job numbers." Well, my friends, Donald Trump appears to be really fired up about this. It is unfortunate our economy is not as strong as we originally thought, based on the originally released numbers. If you watch some of my previous videos, you will see that I reported about numerous layoffs this past year. There were some people in the comments section that said I was being doom and gloom because the numbers from the BLS were just fine. Some commenters said those people being laid off will be able to get new jobs, especially in tech, because tech people move around all the time. I vividly remember reading some of these comments here on the channel. I'm sorry to say I didn't agree with those commenters back then, and I still don't agree with them now. I talked to a friend of mine today who lives in Michigan. He has worked in the automotive industry his entire life. Prior to earning his advanced degrees, he worked at a factory while earning his bachelor's degree. He told me today the automotive industry is a dumpster fire right now. He said he wasn't allowed to share actual numbers with me, but he said the industry projected demand is way off. He said it's at least twice as bad as what was projected. He said it is really bad. I have to wonder how much of this has to do with increasing unemployment and higher inflation impacting people who still have a job who aren't able to afford to purchase a new vehicle. I also have to wonder how much of this has to do with the whole electrical vehicle situation. Some manufacturers have released electric vehicles that not enough people want to buy. Some manufacturers have placed huge bets on EVs, and some have spent a lot of money because they thought EVs might be a big part of their future. Some are now scaling back their EV plans. I worry about what is going on in the automotive industry. I also worry about the people who work in that industry. As some of you know, I worked at a factory after high school while saving up money for college. Not all, but many people in a factory don't have a lot of transferable skills unless they get hired at another factory. Even then, the line may not be the same, and the skills needed may not be identical. When factory workers get laid off, they may have a hard time finding another job with their skill set that pays close to what they were making, unless another factory is hiring. From what my friend told me today, there could be even more layoffs to come in the automotive industry. Some of these people may live paycheck to paycheck right now. When the paychecks stop coming in, life gets tough. I'm not giving financial advice, but if I were a factory worker right now, I'd be spending my time learning some different skills in the event I found myself unemployed. With how expensive everything in life is these days, it could be catastrophic financially to be without a job, unless you have a well-funded emergency account to rely on until you find another position. Who knows how long that could take? Getting back to the article, there is one thing that impressed me. There was a video that showed Donald Trump behind a bulletproof glass enclosure at an outside rally. He saw someone at the rally who was having an emergency medical situation. He stopped and asked for a doctor. Then he stepped outside of the bulletproof enclosure and walked down to see what was going on in the crowd with the person who was in need. Now I realize some people might say he is just doing this for publicity and it's good for his campaign. But this guy just recently got shot at and he's back on the horse doing outside rallies. And he wasn't afraid to stop what he was doing, leave his bulletproof enclosure, and make sure the person in the crowd was okay. Whether you like him or hate him, at least he is a human, and he wanted to help a woman who was struggling in 100-degree heat. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. As I share these, please understand this is just what the commenters have said. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with them, and I have not fact-checked them. I just found these comments to be interesting. The first commenter said, I have had doubts about some of the numbers for some time. And as with Obama, 62% of the jobs being created by Biden and Harris are part-time and minimum wage. These jobs do not buy houses or cars, and they do not pay down debt. About 28% of Trump's jobs were part-time and minimum wage, a huge difference. That is what makes and grows an economy and pays down debt. That is why I want Trump back. At least you could trust his numbers. I want to chime in about that comment. The numbers don't come from Trump. They come from the BLS, which is a government agency. What happens behind the scenes at those agencies is really anyone's guess. The next commenter said, Biden-Harris claim they created 16 million new jobs. Of course, they count the 13 million who returned after COVID. Now they cooked the books for another almost 1 million jobs. Makes one wonder about how they created the best economy of anyone. There was a person who responded to that commenter who said, most of the jobs are federal jobs and they have no budget to adhere to, unlike private business owners. Here are my thoughts. If you look at a breakdown of U.S. job creation since December of 2023, such as from this chart from Bloomberg Financial, you'll see a lot lower paying service jobs. There are a lot of government jobs that have been created. Manufacturing is really low. Mining, logging, and construction are better off than manufacturing. Higher paying services jobs are far lower than the lower paying services jobs. Are you impressed by this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Some of you say I'm too doom and gloom, so I'm going to share some good news. I read an article on CNN Business written by Olesya Dimitrikova titled, McDonald's could create 24,000 jobs at new stores in the UK and Ireland. According to the author, McDonald's has unveiled plans to open more than 200 new restaurants in the United Kingdom and Ireland, which it expects will create over 24,000 jobs. Here are my thoughts. First, it's great that new jobs may be created. I say may because the author said McDonald's could create 24,000 jobs. Sometimes I have to wonder about news releases by big corporations. Will they follow through with all of this, or are they doing this just to get investors excited? I'm not implying anything here. I'm just asking you a question. Sometimes there are a lot of smoke and mirrors with big corporations. I wonder how much McDonald's will be paying the people who work for them in the United Kingdom. Here in the U.S., it's pretty hard to live off the income you earn from McDonald's, depending on your job there. From everything I read in the news, fast food companies are really struggling right now to attract customers. Many people in America don't have the same disposable income they once had. I have to wonder if McDonald's is looking for greener pastures with this plan to open these restaurants in the United Kingdom and Ireland. The author of this article said they are doing this as part of a target that was announced in December to build 10,000 more restaurants worldwide by the end of 2027. Depending on what happens with the global economy, it's certainly possible this may never come to fruition. Only time will tell, in my opinion. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.